So the Fever are playing in Iowa, and the game sold out in literally, like, it didn't matter how long it took to sell out, you couldn't even get in. If you were there, you probably didn't get it.
Remember when everyone said Caitlin Clark's dominance was just a phase? That the hype would die down the moment she stepped into the WNBA? That her massive college fan base would magically vanish the second she left Iowa?
The Caitlin Clark fans are out in droves.
Because not only has Caitlin Clark continued to be the biggest name in women's basketball, she just pulled off something so absurd that even billion-dollar corporations would kill for her marketing team. She sold out Carver Hawkeye Arena in record time, before the general public could even blink, let alone buy a ticket. And here's the kicker. Some fans were so desperate to see her play that they dropped $4,400 per ticket for a preseason game.
Fans have filed in. The building is jam-packed.
Caitlin Clark for Indiana, who has been terrific, the #1 overall pick, who has been packing buildings all across the
Yes, a preseason game, not the WNBA finals, not a playoff battle, not even the regular season, a simple exhibition. Meanwhile, some WNBA veterans have been begging fans to show up for years.
2021, a player to keep an eye on.
And turned a glorified warm-up into a Super Bowl level
environment before the national anthem, and really realize how grateful I am and how unique it is.
It is pandemonium here, sold out once again for the Indiana Fever.
That, my friends, is what we call instant jealousy. Caitlin Clark isn't just the biggest ticket in women's basketball. She's the biggest ticket, period. She's not just selling out games. She's doing it so fast that it makes Supreme sneaker drops look like clearance sales. At this point, you'd have a better chance of snagging Taylor Swift-era's tour tickets than securing a seat to a game where Caitlin
Watched the
Clark...
WNBA before that are now falling in love with maybe the Fever or other teams they watch or other players they watch, and for myself to be a part of that, like, it's super special, and it kind of takes your breath away at points.
Think about this. She smashed ratings records during March Madness. She broke Nige attendance records in college. She sold out her first few WNBA games before people even realized tickets were available. And now she's making preseason games look like Game 7 of the NBA Finals. This isn't a trend. This isn't temporary. Caitlin Clark is a movement.
And if you guys did not see it, look at the price of these tickets. This is like right after the tickets went on sale. So no good seats. $1,142 for a not very good seat. I'm guessing 10 grand minimum courtside to go see Caitlin Clark.
She's doing to women's basketball what Michael Jordan did for the NBA, and what Tiger Woods did for golf. And you know who hates that the most? The people who thought they should have been the face of women's basketball all along. If you think Caitlin Clark is just another rookie, then explain this. Why can she sell out an arena at lightning speed, while veterans are still struggling to fill seats? Carver Hawkeye Arena isn't just any venue. It's Clark's kingdom. This is where she built her legend, dropping logo threes, carrying Iowa on her back, and making defenders look like background dancers in a TikTok challenge.
Luka hounding Clark. Clark, step back three, knocks it down.
The second people heard Caitlin Clark was returning to her old stomping ground for a WNBA preseason game against the Brazilian national team, the internet went nuclear, and before most fans even knew the game was happening, boom, sold out. Forget the waiting room. Forget pre-sale access. This game disappeared, faster than a McDonald's limited edition meal. And let's talk about those ticket prices. Some fans shelled out $4,400 just for a seat.
Davis, time winding down. Are they going to get the ball up in time? Clark for the win. She does it time and time again. The 40-piece.
Meanwhile, some WNBA teams have been cocky, giving away free tickets just to get people in the door. See the difference? You already know what's coming next. The instant jealousy bite. From WNBA veterans who have been grinding for years and have never seen this level of hype.
Without them being able to contest.
Dennis don't keep posting up, but you know who they go to. 22 from the outside. Oh, this is gonna happen quick. On her team, don't let this crowd get to you.
They already had a problem when Clark was pulling Eaststock millions accounts of viewers to women's basketball. They didn't like how her sponsors lined up for her chum before she even played a single pro game. And now, she's selling out preseason games faster than they can check their own jersey sales. Yeah, the jealousy is real, and honestly, it makes sense. There are Bai veterans in this league who have never played in front of a packed house. Former MVPs who don't have and half of the endorsement deals Caitlin Clark has. Longtime WNBA players who have been fighting for visibility only to watch Clark Psyche take the league by storm in her first season. Now, instead of Takoi Sopuri embracing, the fact that Caitlin Clark is bringing money and attention to the league, some players are throwing shade just like it's their side hustle, but here's the brave cold truth. Caitlin Clark isn't just popular, she's profitable, and the WNBA has never had a player this profitable.
Bomb from Caitlin Clark.
Not to pick up the second because she got 2 in the first quarter against Connecticut.
Clark on a 3.
Here's the big question. Can the WNBA even handle Caitlin Clark's stardom? Because this league has work or never had someone like her before. They've had great players, Lisa Leslie, Diana Taurasi, Sue Bird, but none of them had this level of mainstream pull. For decades, the WNBA has been fighting for attention, begging for better TV deals, pushing for higher salaries. And then, Caitlin Clark shows up and delivers everything they've been asking for overnight.
Stadium, you could pack out a football stadium again just to watch Caitlin Clark play basketball. You could pack out 50K. You could. Whatever the record is for a women's basketball game, you could set it to watch Caitlin Clark play.
If the WNBA is on smart, they'll ride their Caitlin Clark wave all the way to a record-breaking revenue, mind you. Teams across the league are scrambling, restructuring, season ticket sales, shifting, game schedules, even moving venues, all in a desperate attempt to cash in on the massive commercial appeal that comes with playing against Caitlin Clark. Because here's the truth. Wherever Caitlin Clark goes, money follows. And right now, the WNBA is milking that fact for everything it's worth.
Rookie crime right there in Mule's face.
Channel defense by the Sparks fans. 6 on the shot clock. Clark, a deep throw.
Oop, that is!
She missed her first 7 and knocks that one down, and it's a big one.
Your regular home arena, the entertainment and sports arena, holds about 4,200 fans. They're perfect for a normal game. But a matchup against Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever yeah, that little arena wouldn't cut it. So, the Ray Mystics Articurin are moving their games against the Profane Fever in May and September to Mar Capital One Arena Horin, which holds a whopping 20,000 people. Spakan. Why? Because Harkney, Caitlin Clark is that big of a deal.
Out. Giroux turns, ducks in. Fagbenle stays with her. Blocked from behind. That was Clark. Now Clark looking to push. Cross-court pass. Pull. Back to Clark. She will launch and bury a 3.
The Mystics Taikopi Sky didn't move arenas for Nakopi flying. Diana Taurasi. They didn't do it for Kikor Sue Bird. They didn't even do it for big Brittany Griner, Kirkotiu, when she returned from Russia. But for Caitlin Clark, they're upgrading to an Skikrik NBA-sized venue. That tells you everything you need to know about her impact. At this point, it's undeniable. Caitlin Clark is the golden goose of the WNBA. She's not just bringing fans to the game. She's not just increasing ticket prices and demand. She's single-handedly boosting the league's revenue.
I can't remember what was it. It was like Oasis tickets for Ireland. They were like, oh, it sold out within 4 hours. And I'm like, I spent 3 hours hitting refresh and couldn't get in.
This is exactly what the WNBA has been begging for, for decades. For years, the league has struggled to get fans to buy tickets, tune into games, and care. But Mita Caitlin Clark Day is changing all of that. Overnight. Boringly. And she's doing it in ways the WNBA has never seen before. Attendance. Skyrocketing. Ticket prices. Through the roof. Unlike Caitlin Clark game now costs as much as a Hopper NBA playoff ticket. Merch sales, booming. TV ratings, breaking records. This isn't just hype. It's a black, full-blown revolution.
So the best thing you can do as a defender is not give it to her.
Clark.
Back-to-back triple.
She wasn't going to be able to see Katie Lou after last night's game, so today, really the first time they're seeing her.
Clark.
While teams and owners are happily counting their profits, some WNBA veterans are sitting back, steaming with jealousy. So, WNBA, are you going to embrace your golden goose? Or are you going to let jealousy ruin the best thing that's ever happened to you? Because if Caitlin Clark ever decides she's too big for this league, you'll only have yourselves to blame. Let's make one thing clear. The 2024 WNBA season isn't just highly anticipated. It's the most anticipated season in league history.
Fourth quarter, an 8-3 rebounding advantage. Clark pulls, fires, hits, 4-3.
3 in the first quarter, the Mystics. Clark way downtown, knocks down a 3.
And it's all because of one player. Not Angel Reese, not Aja Wilson, not even legends like Diana Taurasi or Sue Bird. This is the Caitlin Clark effect. Players like DeWanna Bonner and Natasha Howard are playing their first ever game in Iowa because of Clark. Gee, do you guys not understand how crazy those fans are? Before she even plays her first official WNBA game, Barry, she has already sold out arenas faster than playoff games. No other rookie. Not even the most hyped number. 1 draft picks in WNBA history has ever commanded this much attention before stepping onto the court. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Angel Reese. For months, Reese and her camp have tried to manufacture a rivalry with Caitlin Clark, hoping to ride the wave of Clark's success. She's constantly name-dropping a Clark in every interview, every tweet, every podcast. It's just howling. If Caitlin Clark breathes, Angel Reese has something to say about it. And it's obvious why. Because no matter how much she talks, she'll never be Caitlin Clark.